I'm now with Ian Northeast. Good morning, Ian, and welcome to the Race Retro 2020.
Thank you ever so much. It's a cracking show.
So can we have a little bit of a talk about this car, please?
Okie dokes. Well, it's a 1965 Jensen CV8. I bought it from the son of the original owner. It was pretty rough when I bought it, but me and this car have had quite a few adventures over the years. We've done a little bit of sprint racing, which was a lot of fun, and its highlight so far was when we took it to Bonneville Salt Flats in 2018 to take part in Speed Week, which was quite an adventure.
So you've done 148, is that right?
148 was our top speed. Unfortunately, we had quite a few mechanical issues. As anybody will tell you, the salt is very, very hard on machinery and people. We managed to, as well as breaking the clutch twice, exploding the gearbox and wiping the memory of our ECU 3 times. All of these things added to keeping us, or preventing us from going any faster. The car is capable of much quicker than that.
So could we just go through the full specification of it now, what you've got on it?
Okay, so following on from what we learnt from last time, and to prevent similar issues, we put a much stronger gearbox in it. We've now got one from a Dodge Viper. We're using a Ford 9-inch rear axle, which, as well as being stronger, gives us some better ratios. The engine has been stroked out to 8.2, though it is the original engine, which has done around 300,000 miles. I say the engine, it's the engine block. There's not much of it left. We've also added a significant turbo, which should give us around, hopefully, about 1,000 horsepower. We've added a rather subtle rear tail, which you've probably spotted in some of the photos. We've also redesigned the bonnet. We're going to run a flat floor with a rear diffuser as well, all of which will help keep us safe, hopefully, when we reach our top speed of, hopefully, we want to average 200 miles an hour.
And this is going to be August of this year, is that right?
That's correct. We're all flying out. The car's going to be shipped out probably late June. We're all flying out early part of August. We're going to hopefully gather it all in Bonneville, as long as all our ducks line up. Speed Week itself starts on the 9th of August, and we'll then be continuing our daily blogs on our website throughout Speed Week to let people know quite how we're getting on.
Now, when you're travelling at this speed, you don't really realise you're doing it, do you? Because there's no markers, is there, as such?
No, it's a very odd sensation, because literally there is nothing there. There's a thing quite famously called the floating mountain, because of the heat, and there's a mirage, and you just aim for that. The only thing you get to know that you're going any speed at all is a flag every mile or half a mile that just goes past. That's it. But the actual feeling in the car, you can't feel the difference between 150 and 100. Just it all gets a bit louder.
And you will be expecting to do this 200?
I personally will be very disappointed if we don't. Having said that, there's an awful lot of things to go wrong. I will just use it as an excuse to go back next year if we can't get to 200 this time. But we've done everything we can. We're ticking all the boxes. It's whether we've created new problems that we're unaware of. But
so right, let's say that you accomplish what you go for, you get the 200. What next?
Right, well, yes, I'm not sure, to be honest. It is the short answer. For this car, that'll be it. I will be putting this car back on the road. Funny enough, I've been discussing other things, maybe doing a bit of rallying or a bit of drag racing or something. As it's got the roll cage in it, it would be silly to take it out and throw it away. It costs an awful lot of money. But that'll be it for this car. I'd love to build myself a specific land speed racer with the experience I've got. But there's a lot of things that are going to stop me, my wife and finances being the two major ones.
So what would you go into, though? What sort of class would you go into?
Well, luckily, the thing about Bonneville Racing is there are more classes than you can possibly imagine. So we will, if I build a car from scratch, it will either be a thing called a Lakester, which is fundamentally a dragster that's been modified for salt racing, or some sort of streamliner. But once you get into that field, there's some very, very scary speeds involved, and I'm not sure my driving skills are quite up to that.
And what about the show then? Has people been showing a lot of interest?
Oh, we've been absolutely inundated. I'm fortunate enough that a lot of my team have been coming down to help. Help talk about the car. One of them was just a couple of minutes ago complaining that he's never spoken so much, and he's losing his voice already, and he doesn't understand how Americans can talk all day and say nothing.
Well, this attracts more attention than just racing, doesn't it? This is something a bit different to that, isn't it?
Well, I mean, personally, I like to. I mean, we're at the Race Retro show. There's a lot of engineering and there's a lot of motorsport enthusiasts here, and they're all asking all the right engineering technical questions. But what I'm trying to do is to inspire people to just look at their car, whatever it is, and do something different with it.
Yeah.
Yes, they don't need to be quite as extreme as what we're up to, but take your car, go off, do some sprint racing.
Yeah.
Do anything. Just because it's a run-of-the-mill car doesn't mean you can't have fun in it.
That's right.
So if we can inspire somebody to do something, because we're only here to once.
Yeah, that's right.
Get out and enjoy yourself.
Well, thank you, Ian, for the interview. I hope you have much success and you get that 200 mile an hour.
Thank you ever so much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.